Welcome friends. As I promised in my last video, I'm recording this video where we together going to create Azure DevOps and GitHub project. We're going to create a repository. We're going to create a branch. We're going to perform some push and pull request, and then we're going to commit the changes. This activity we're going to perform in both the way. Like one, we're going to use the Azure DevOps portal, or second, we're going to use the VS Code. So if you're not familiar with how to use a VS Code, then I'm going to record a next video where we're going to talk about how you can configure VS Code, what is the extension, how you can create a like different configuration that could be useful for you to use VS Code effectively. But that's part of the next recording. So this recording is going to be limited to create Azure DevOps project, create repo, clone the repo to local, pull the changes, create branch, create empty file using Markdown language, commit the changes, push the changes, create GitHub account, create repo. One thing I missed to add here, but we are also going to cover about creating a pull request and approving the pull request. Create Azure DevOps project. I'm going to brief about what is a DevOps project because many people have a different understanding about DevOps project. So as per Microsoft, the project provides a repository for source code and place for user to plan, track progress, collaborate on building software solution. A project represents a fundamental container where the data is stored when added to Azure DevOps. So this is as per Microsoft, like you is not only the project, but when you create a project, you get many things. Is a kind of combine into a one tool set. Now, the second statement is like how you can use the project. If you're working in a small team, then you can have a one project. So in default, what Microsoft says, like when you create a project, a team of the same name is automatically created. So for example, if you're creating a project called project one, there will be a new repo will be created called project one, and you can uh, your set of people who are working on the team one, they can directly work on the particular repo. But if you are working on enterprise level where you have a multiple team, multiple projects, then you can create a multiple repository inside the same account, same project, or you can have a multiple project created based on your need. So this is up to you. And this picture depicted about the same thing. So look at this. It says like if you have a small team, you can create a project one, and there is a project one team who are working on the project one. If you have a multiple teams and you're working on the large organization, then this is how you should do. You can create a multiple project, then you have a project one team who is responsible to work on the project one, and then there is a multiple sub teams who are working to contribute on project one. Same case on project two, and then you can replicate these to multiple project based on your need. So what is next? Now I'm going to create a Azure DevOps project, and we're going to jump upon like how you can get started. So first thing you need to do, you go to dev.azure.com portal and log in with your Microsoft account. Once you've done this, you come to this screen, and here you get a button called New Project. You can provide the name of your project, for example, project 2, and then you provide the description of your project. As I'm using the organization laptop where it is restricted to use a public one, but I have a possibility to create a private. But if you're using a open without any limitations, then you have a possibility to create a public also and private as well. The public is like it's open to the internet, and anyone who logged into dev.azure.com, they have a possibility to read your repository content. And private is more secure where only the people part of your project can able to read and contribute to your code. And then here you have possibility to select the version control. In my case, I'm going to use a Git, And then this is more towards like the agile process, what process you want to use. In my case, I will go with the basic. And then you have a possibility to create it. In this video, I'm not going to create new one. I already have a project created, but you can surely go ahead and click on the create button. Once you're done with, you get this screen, and then there is a multiple tab. You can go to with your work item. You create a work item, manage a work item like feature, uh, story, task. What I'm going to do in this video, like we're going to create a repo, and we're going to start doing some hands-on activity. Once you are here, as I explained in the previous slide, that based on your project name, there is a one project automatically created. In this case, like project one was default created. What I did on top of it, I created a few more. So let's do one more thing, like let's create one together. So I'm creating a new one called demo 3. And I would like to have a README file created, and this file which is going to describe what this repo is all about. So I'm creating create. So as you see, now I have a demo 3, and there is a file created README which describe about this particular repo. Let's create a new branch. I'll put the branch name as branch 1, and then you have a possibility to connect your work item. In our case, we don't have a work item. So what it's going to do in a backend is going to take a snapshot of the main, and it's going to create a new branch. Let's do that. Now you have a branch 1 created, and you see the content is similar to the main. And you see here you can switch to different branch from this navigation window. Let's make some changes to the branch 1 README file. I'm going to remove this particular content, and I'm going to make it to foo as example. Now next step, I'm going to commit these changes to branch. Let's do it. As you see, like I committed these changes here, and if I switch to main, you don't see these changes here. Now you're here, you have a possibility to merge these changes to master. How you do it? You can create a pull request, and then you describe what this pull request is all about. You can add the reviewer, you can add your work item. You have a possibility to add multiple reviewer, like you can have a required reviewer, you can have optional as well, and then you can provide the tag. In my case, I don't need to do that. So I'll just go ahead and create a pull request. So you see, like now I have a pull request created, and you see like what changes is going to happen in this pull request. So you see like this particular line is going to change to foo. I'm fine with the changes, and I'm going to click on the complete. But one thing before I click on the complete button, as you see, you have a required approval option here, optional as well, and you have a possibility to add the required person directly here as well, and work item, link work item as well. I'm going to commit the changes, and during this process, it's going to delete the branch. It's going to commit the changes from branch 1 to main, as you see from here. Let's do that. Now the changes is done. If you go to a main, you will see that the changes is been replicated here. Now let's do the same thing using a VS Code. I'm going to clone this one, and you, while doing a clone, you have a two option: use the HTTPS or use SSH. I'm going to use HTTPS. So I'm going to clone this, and I created a one small directory in my local laptop in a YT directory, and then I'm going to perform here git clone, and I'm going to put this demo 3. So what it's doing in a backend, it has created a directory called demo 3, and you see like the README file has been created here. Let's go to the directory cd demo 3, and now you can see like what you have in directory. You have only one file. Let's see the branch you have any branch here. You see like you only have a one branch called git branch. So next step is we will going to create a one branch locally. And if you have a multiple branch and you can't see the branch here, then you have a possibility to see all. So you can select key -a, which is going to list down all the branch which you created in Azure DevOps portal or your team member have created and committed it. So in our case, we don't have any branch. Let's create one branch called branch 2. And then if you look at the grid branch, you will find the new branch called branch 2. Let's switch to a branch. So I will going to use git checkout branch 2. So you see like now I'm in a branch 2, and you can also see from here, as you see like you are selected a branch 2. Now, as you are in branch 2, let's make some changes to the file, or maybe we can create a new directory inside the same one. Let's do a new directory, dir1. And inside this directory, let's create a new file, demo.md. So what I'm doing here, I created a new markdown file, and let's write some information here. So before I go ahead, and if you have a confusion about what I'm writing here, why I'm using a hashtag, so I just wanted to take a pause here and show you like how you can use the markdown language. And this is a Microsoft portal where it's clearly defined uh, the use case of the markdown language and how you can use the different syntax to create a nice document. So for example, using a one hashtag, you can create this one, header 2, header 3, and then it is a different detail available in this document. So if you refer this document, you will get all the information you need. I'm going to provide this link in the description of this video, so please go through it. And I'm putting like introduction, this is demo file. And then I'm going to put another one is like description, and then I'm going to put like this file provide information related to demo video. I have done these changes, and then what we're going to do here, I'm just going to clean this command line, and let's commit these changes to uh, Azure DevOps. VS Code also provide you the possibility if you want to see like what your data is look like. So you can do a preview. Don't need this. So you can preview and see like how it look like. So you see like this is how it's going to be look like once it has been committed to the cloud. Now we are on the branch 1. Let's add this file for commit. So when you use add dot, then it select all the file which is been updated and ready to commit. So in this case, you see like there is a 3 item is been added here, and then this is a new directory. So I'm going to put here add, and then I'm going to put here commit. So every commit you need to describe the message what this commit is all about. So let's put like added new directory and file. So it's like one file change and 5 uh, insert as well. You can also see the status from here. You select nothing to commit, but it is on the branch 2. Let's do commit. So what we need to do here, we need to put this particular branch because we are committing to a branch. So let's make this branch as upstream branch. Ideally, it's not been needed, but it has been advised to do that because you are going to make a changes to branch 2. So we are doing a push here, as you see, like now the new branch is being created as a branch 2 and the changes has been pushed to the branch 2. Let's look at in the Azure portal, sorry, Azure DevOps portal, and you see like branch 2 is been created and there is a new directory and it's been done here. Now, as this has been done, you can go ahead and create a pull request. You can do follow the same as we did before. Uh, it will provide you the changes is going to happen. So it says like new directory created, new file created, and then you complete the changes as we did before. And now it's done. You can close it, and then you go to a main. You see like you have this directory created. So as per this, what basically we did so far. We created a DevOps project. We created a repo. We cloned the repo. We pulled the changes. We created a branch. We created a one small markdown file. We committed the changes. We pushed the changes. We also created a pull request, and we also approved the pull request. And I have shown you like the difference uh, before and after. Now, the next step, let's create one GitHub account and create a repo. So I will go to here and so in my case, like I already have a GitHub account, but if you don't have, then you click on the button called create account and then it's going to provide you like some kind of introduction. You provide your email and then it start beginning with the some information which you need to feed and it will create your account. In my case, I already have an account, so let me log in. I have enabled the MFA, so I need to provide the MFA to log in. Give me a second. So I logged in here and so let's go to a repository and let's see, create repo. So I'm going to put here frame and then I'm going to put uh, project one. And then you provide a description of this and then you have possibility to select public or private. In my case, I will go with a public and create a repo. And it's the same method like as I said before. Whatever the process I followed to create a branch, to clone the repo, to commit the changes, to perform the push and pull, the command will be the same. You can follow the same method and do that. If you have a question, I would like to hear from you. Please post your question in the comment section. I will be happy to answer all your query. And if you would like to learn more, please post your requirements. So I'm happy to record any video with based on your requirement. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video.